49, 57, and 59. So we've been stagnant in reading for them. We know that. Okay, we know it. We've been holding our own, but we need to do a lot more than holding our own if we need to make, that's where we really need to be moving. So I don't want to really belabor the thought there. We've done well compared to the state, and especially compared to our other districts such as Hillsborough, Miami-Dade, Orange, and Palm Beach.
The one day that I was sitting in this classroom, a child came in, spoke no English, only Spanish. The teacher spoke no Spanish. There was one other Spanish-speaking child who happened to be a struggling student, honestly, in this particular classroom. So although was paired with this other Spanish-speaking child, the problem was that child was also struggling. And so this became very problematic. The child, you didn't even know, she didn't understand, even if it's just for the first 3 or 4 weeks that child is there in our schools, where they have almost like this buddy, this community person, not another student per se, and not that pairing up with students doesn't work, I know that it does, but having someone else from the community, if it's our high school students, a program where our schools can help assimilate these children very early on, get the child comfortable, get the child with somebody to help mentor them, not just from a language perspective, culturally. Help them fit in on the playground, on recess, at lunch, when they're not under the auspices of a parent, a teacher who's kind of watching over them. So I think those would all be, to me, that impact of the child ultimately plays out in the positive education that they will have for the rest of the time that they're with us in Broward
Ms.
County.
Court, on that point, I think Ms.
Do some of those things, and FAU has been very open to really continue to establish that partnership with us as a school district. So, but we are looking at that very much so to see what that might look like, and even transportation, to make sure that we're not leaving folks out, because the further we go away, that is something that the committee that the committee has discussed, and we're going to continue to discuss.
Okay, and just on that point,
and maybe that may be the language barrier in that. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Friedman. And I just, I'm very, I want to applaud Mr. Renzi and staff. It's great that we're having this conversation. Since I've been on the board, I think this is the first time we're actually having this kind of comprehensive conversation regarding our Hispanic students. So I think that my colleagues had great comments. Mr. Renzi, again, I want to applaud your efforts and that of your, this board is having this conversation today, I think speaks volumes of this district. So again, I applaud that effort. I'll just say, with regard to the leadership component, I think Mr. Renzi has tried to address that. I think with ALA's mentoring school administrators, partnering with NASB as well. I think they're going to be doing a joint partnership there. So in an effort to just mold future leaders of this community, I think we'll continue to, I think the district will continue to, we have to, I guess, tackle the entire family, and I think staff is aware of that, and they'll move forward in that fashion. And Aspida was part of this discussion, as was Hispanic Unity, and many other community partners. And I think one of you mentioned the fact that some of our principals and their communities are changing. They have a larger group of Hispanic students that maybe they didn't have before, and they might not be aware of some of these principles of the, and I really applaud this district and the staff that we have for trying to move us forward in a very positive way. And again, we have a lot of work to do, but I think having heard the discussion here today, I think we're headed in the right direction. So I thank you all for coming, and everyone who took the time today to do that. And we look forward to getting some additional information and how you move forward. Thank you. So next yes, Ms. Levinson?
Yes.